All right, everybody. It's Wednesday night, so you already know it's the BingeWorthy Podcast. Hello, Bingies, and welcome to the BingeWorthy Podcast, part of the Geekish Network. My name is Johnny Randolph, and I am a speaker, a trainer, and a podcaster. And y'all in luck because I got three badass co-hosts. My first co-host, she's a superstar. She's a writer, director, and an actress. She is the dynamic diva. Say hello to the people, Miss Cortney Scott Wright.
Hi. How y'all doing tonight?
And my next co-host, he is a serial entrepreneur. He is a game designer, and he's part owner of the Geekish Network. Boss man, say what's up to the people.
What it do?
What it do? All right. My next co-host, just a general overall badass. I call him the Game Spitter because every day on Geek Beats and every week right here on the BingeWorthy Podcast, you can catch this MFer spit in that fire. Hey, what's up to the people, Syntell?
Yo, what's cracking, man? We about to get into this DC game, boy. I love arguing with y'all, boy. Let's go.
And everybody, we are the BingeWorthy Podcast. And the premise of the BingeWorthy Podcast is that every week we will binge watch a television series, and then we come right here to the BingeWorthy Podcast and we talk about it. Now, at the beginning of our show, we will rate the series based on our unique binge-worthy scale. Then we're going to engage in an in-depth conversation, and maybe our conversation can influence us to change the rating. Speaking of the ratings, our rating is at a full binge out, a number 5. That means that shit was out of sight. You spent 1 or 2 sessions watching the whole thing. It's one of those series that you might curl up with your boo on the couch, and just watch it for the whole weekend or something. So it's out of sight. Now, at a number 4, it's a full meal. A full meal is not quite a full binge out, but you are definitely worthy. It is definitely worthy of the investment of your time. Mm-hmm. Now, at a 3, that's what we call a mini meal. A mini meal, it's not good. It's not bad. It's just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It's Cortney calls it a TV dinner, right? And I always say it's a TV dinner without the Lyra seasoning. It's just kind of bland and it's edible. At a number 2 is what's called a snack. A snack, you're watching it, but you'd rather be doing anything else. Or you're watching it because ain't shit else on television. NFL is over, the NBA's over, Hulu's not dropping nothing new, Netflix not dropping nothing new. So you're sitting there just bored out of your mind. And then a number 1, that is called a cringe-worthy. And as I always say, that's just some old bullshit. And we always turn to our leader and say, Chuck, why the hell did you recommend that we watch? Y'all getting up. Just some old bullshit.
And that's when I turn into the salty siren. Y'all gonna get it up. I go from the dynamic diva.
It's not always me that makes recommendations. It's not always me. Y'all gonna get enough of this.
I know.
They can't all be gyms. They can't all be gyms.
So we're gonna start this off. We're gonna start off with you, Cortney. How are you going to rate Titan?
Woo! Well, the first season of Titans, I was like all in, just so ready for it. Season 2 came, it brought some fire, had some problems, but brought the heat overall. This season, I don't even know where to begin. There were so many, it was all over the world. And it was only in one city for the most part. I don't even know, I can't even tell you where to begin, other than the fact that 4 people died and came back. 4 people died and came back. So there's no stakes. Like, everybody just go get you an Airbnb at the Lazarus Pit and you're gonna be okay. So just hook it up. I don't even, I was so hurt. I'm gonna have to give it a gosh. I'm gonna say a snack right now, but
Snack?
it might
Okay.
be lower. It might be lower, people, because I'm pretty sure anybody here can talk me into going down.
Wow, a snack. Wow.
Snack. Okay. Well, I'm gonna jump in here real quickly. I didn't hate Titan, right? There were some things about it that I actually liked. I like when DC, specifically when we're pertaining to Gotham, I like when it's dark. I like that this series was kind of dark. It was kind of edgy. I like the look of it. It felt like real world, like it could be a city that, you know, exists in the real world. It's not too much CGI or anything like that. And I thought it also has some good action sequences. I enjoyed the action sequence, and the actor who plays what's his name, Nightwing, I thought his martial arts and his athletic ability was great. So those are some of the things that I enjoyed about it. What I thought about the series, what's up?
No, keep going. Keep going.
Okay, what I thought about
laughing at me.
I
Sorry, Rachel didn't come back until episode 8. Sorry, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I apologize.
I know, but what I thought it really suffered from, it was two things. I thought it was a weak villain. I think Scarecrow is a weak villain. I've never liked him as a villain, even back in the days with the cartoons. I thought he was weak. Like he can't be your main villain or your main antagonist. He's got to be kind of a person working for somebody with that weak ass serum he's got, that he's always trying to pollute the water or the air to make everybody scared. I think he's just a weak victim.
Why is he telling anybody he's doing it? Why don't he just do it and just let everybody just start dying?
Yeah,
you don't have to make the announcement. You have to do a monologue. But keep going, because I'm seeing faces.
And also didn't like the whole thing with Red Hood. It got kind of boring. Is he not? Is he not? And then another plot point, the one that Cortney pointed out, like everybody died and came back to life. Like that's a weak plot point. So
it's a cartoon.
So it really pulled down the things that for everything that I did like about it, I found something that I didn't like. But I think that meets the definition of just kind of like, So I'm going to give it a mini meal. Syntell, we're going to go over to you, man.
Yeah.
How you going to rate it?
Listen, I'm trying to figure out, I'm struggling over how much I hated it. Because I hated it. But I'm just trying to see, I'm trying to figure out like what could be like redeemable. And there are some redeemable things.
Was one redeemable moment. Go ahead.
There's some redeemable things. One, Red Hood's costume is off the chain. Yo, that costume is dope. The hood, the thing, the cool little Vegeta like armor that he's got on. The costume design was really good. Like you said, Nightwing knows the assignment. He shows up. And he's just not enough to save the varying plot points and things that totally pull you out of the moment and mess up your suspension of the belief so that you can enjoy the show. He's just not enough. There was a really good newcomer per se. They were at the very end of season 2. There's a newcomer that's played by Corey's sister, Blackfire, and she's probably one of the biggest shining lights of the series itself. Her and her relationship she has a love interest, and it's just interesting to kind of like watch unfold. So there are some of those things that are good about the series. However, like even when it gets started, it starts off in flux. Like, where the hell is Batman? And the reason why Batman left is just random.
Batman is
and
a little
weird.
Bitch. When has Batman ever been a little?
That was gonna be my first question. But go ahead, y'all.
Motherfucker. Punk ass Batman.
When has he ever been a little bitch?
Commissioner Gordon is just dead, and we just kind of just run with that. Alfred's dead. There's a big person. There's a big death that we'll talk about a little bit later. That was kind of interesting.
That was one of the redeeming factors. The fact that death did not get returned.
Right.
So y'all find a way to bring that
season
bitch
4
back.
ain't back.
I'm quitting.
Season 4 ain't here
so
yet.
it comes.
Listen,
here's my overall disappointment. I was excited when I heard that HBO Max was taking over the contract, and I was like, okay, we're gonna get a different level of quality because it's gonna be on HBO Max. Instead, I got doubled down on the CW. Nah, bro, not for this platform. You don't bring that CW bullshit to HBO Max. What are you doing? and they tripled down
this
on
was
it.
worse than Arrow. But this was Arrow, like final seasons of Arrow was dope as fuck.
I just don't understand how you took something like you had a winner and you just shit the bed. I'm gonna just give it
$4 million. Right?
No. I'm gonna give it cringeworthy and hope you all can sway me in a way that can make it somewhat redeemable because it is cringeworthy. I was hate watching it at some points, so it was horrible.
I was going to say one thing. All of y'all did a lot of reaching fouls. If this was an NBA game, we'd be in foul trouble right now. We'd be in foul trouble right now. It was a lot of reaching. It was good because the outfit was good. The martial
I didn't say that.
Yo, the costumes was dope. I thought the costumes. I thought they came dope with the costumes. I mean, I'm trying to find some silver linings here, man.
I like how Gotham looked. I like the fight sequences.
We ain't see it in the TV show.
No, Rand. I ain't even gonna start on Tim Drake. And when they introduced him, I'm like, who the fuck is this? Why are you showing me this dude?
That was the problem I had.
You didn't even tell me who he was. The minute you introduce this little bitch, like let me know who he's supposed to be. Because
let me give our cumulative score. So we had a mini meal, we had a snack, and we had a cringeworthy. So that gives us a 2. So that's a snack right now that we're at. That's where we're at.
Can I say that one redeeming factor was, and I know we'll get into the death, that was another redeeming factor for me. The second redeeming factor for me, Barbara Gordon's stunt work when she was battling in her wheelchair.
Yeah,
she was dope as fuck. She came with it. She was so good. Like I've never seen anybody utilize a character that's in a wheelchair like that. To give them props like that because she was still nice with the move.
Yeah, she was.
She was pulling the tools out.
Yeah.
She was pulling the tools out.
Moving. I mean, girl was moving. I was like, if that ain't the truth, you better go ahead.
And you was not expecting that, right? I wasn't expecting that. The girl with the knife came at. I was like, oh, she about to fuck her up. And Barbara had them hands. And I was like, oh,
she ruined that
she
girl.
Still got them Batwoman hands. Like, yeah, like she was nice.
She was nice with it. And I was so excited with the stunt work was amazing. I was so excited to see them promote and showcase a character in a wheelchair that is capable of ruining people. Like, I mean, she beasted that scene. I was so proud. I was so excited for that.
Throughout the show, she had great moments when she pulled guns on people. She was blasting. I thought she was a added character to this. I thought she was one of the gems that shined in it.
She had to grow on me. I didn't like her at first, but then she grew on me
because they introduced her whiny. Like her backstory came first, and she was a cat burglar. I'm like, is this Selena Kyle? Like, who is this?
Yeah. And then they had like a weird Selena Kyle hint thing, and I was like, don't say her name if you ain't going to introduce her.
And I get that because it kind of made it
got away.
Little rich girl.
Yes, the one that got away.
That got away. She did. She got away.
I know.
Listen.
That was this is
the way they used it was so broken. It was so bad. It was they used it as a passcode, in to get for like Beast Boy to break into freaking and it wasn't even about that. It wasn't even about that. It was about the fact that you want to showcase Tim Drake has some
value.
Usefulness. He has some value. Listen, you cannot name this bitch Robin. Batman has to decide he's Robin. You can't just arbitrarily be handing out names and
we jumping ahead. So let's start at the beginning. You talked about it a little earlier. Like in the first episode, are we even buying like that Batman just abandons Gotham and leaves it to Teen Titans?
That he kills the Joker.
He kills the Joker
and like leaves town was like deuces.
That is actually the very opposite of the Red Hood origins. Like Red Hood is mad because he doesn't kill the Joker after the Joker kills. That's the reason. So they reversed it and just came up with some bullshit. Like, what are
It's
we?
some
What are we
Yeah, Red
It was-
Hood is mad because Batman didn't kill the Joker, right?
Yeah, that's
Well,
the
yeah,
that's
he
the
left him.
origin
Batman
story.
left him. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, Batman didn't avenge him. Nothing. He's
Right.
like, no, I'm supposed to be your guy. You just let
Right.
you let
And
the
Jason
Joker
Todd
do
is
this.
pissed
And,
that he becomes the Red
Yeah.
Hood. But they
and,
took
and
the
that's
whole
what
plot
makes his
line
character dope. Is
Right.
because it's coming from a good place. I mean, it's coming from a good place if you're a villain. If you're a villain, it's a good villain cause. You know, like your father turns his back on you for the
Right.
most part.
But
Hell
for the
yeah,
most
you're gonna
part,
be pissed.
he didn't. None of his arc, none of this Jason Todd's arc was justified or earned. It was all him being a whiny little brat.
And that's the problem I had. It was
And
back
that-
and forth. He was like, is he going to be good now? Is he going to stay bad? Is he going to be good now? Is he going to just stay bad? And he was the actor brought like a lot of weak energy, I thought. It
Yes,
was
I
so
thought
Been
that-
weak
whiny.
since
Yes.
season 2.
Yeah.
He's been weak since season 2, man. He's my
But-
least favorite character.
But there was a moment where I thought that he was going to own it, and that was when he had all the gangsters together, and he had the Nino Brown walking around the table moment, and he's telling like how it's going to be, and how he's going to be kind of like everybody's gonna be answering to me, and I was like, oh shit, this is the Red Hood that I'm like, okay, yeah, nice.
He had,
And that's it. That's about.
he had a
that's-
like, I never liked you
that's
anyway, you
nice.
pretty motherfucker. Like when he was around the
Yeah.
scenes, right? Like,
Yeah.
he was more likable as Red Hood than he was as Jason Todd. Whenever he didn't have the mask on, he was just like
Yeah.
a whiny little girl. I just couldn't,
Mm.
not even a girl.
Not even a
And he's
no.
pouty.
He was just a whiny little child.
Yeah.
He was somebody looking for like approval, validation. Like, I'm mad at my bro. Why are you mad at Dick? Dick wasn't even there when
Right.
Batman
Dick didn't even
told
know you. He didn't even know you.
you. You have no relationship. He didn't chastise you when you were coming up.
Right.
He wasn't in the neighborhood. He wasn't even in town.
Right.
All
So you
facts.
have-
All
You
facts.
have built all of
All
this
facts.
energy and hatred about someone you've legitimately never met.
Right.
You've never
Yeah.
met him. You're just mad that Batman loves him. That's like an ex-boyfriend being mad that his girlfriend had a life before him. Like, what?
But you know what though?
I can't even.
But there's a lot of that bad relationship energy through this whole series, because there's a moment where there's destruction of property because you're having a tantrum over somebody leaving. You know what I'm talking about towards the very end. And I'm like, that's not. And then everybody's like, well, it's understandable. The fuck it is. That's my spaceship.
No, are you kidding me? Oh, I
Like,
lost it.
But
when he
everybody's
turned
like,
around and
well,
was
I had
like,
no choice. Yeah, I'm like, it's a lot of that. It's a lot of that though with the
Bitch,
relationships.
you had
and this whole
lot
thing.
of choice.
It's just a lot of you did me wrong kind of thing, and it's distracting, and it's not justified.
Juvenile, and it's beneath.
Well, they
this
are Titans. They
series.
are teenagers. So
No,
Right, but the- but-
no,
but-
but
it's
they're
not Teen
not.
Titans.
This
This
is
is
not
Titans.
Teen Titans. This is
They're
these-
adults.
They're
A lot-
They're
a lot of these are
25
adults.
and up. Okay, they're no, and Starfire's like hundreds of years old. Come on, man. We
Maybe
didn't
in
even get
her
enough
life, she's still
Starfire. We got a
child.
legitimate, like, broke ass story about her. Like 2 episodes towards the end, like she's having these visions and blackouts in the beginning of the first half of the series. Then we drop that storyline completely. Then we bring this random shit back, and then all of a sudden she got a new power, and then was never really Starfire. What the
is
fuck?
Yeah,
that
and then
and
it's
I
like
thought-
her baby. I think
Totally confused.
it's like
She's not.
yeah, it's
Starfire.
random.
No,
okay?
she-
So
okay.
We're gonna break
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, you break it down.
Starfire is
Which
from
one,
what's-
which
what's
one
up
of
with
us
that,
wants
John?
to take it? Which one of
John,
us wants to take it?
Johnny, grab it, John.
Okay,
Because
so
he's
what's
biting
the-
at the
what-
bit.
what's the planet she's from? What's the name of her planet?
Tamarin.
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 Okay, so we know the Starfire's from Tamarin, and she is the scion of royalty. So when she's born, all the royal family, they supposed to have in her inherit fire within them, right? It's supposed to be a power. That's what Starfire gets her power from. It's discovered that she doesn't have it. So then Starfire parents have another child who is Blackfire.
But
Blackfire,
before that, they decide to lie to the people.
yeah, the lie to the people.
Lie to the entire community of Tamarin and say that she does have it.
Yeah, and then they have another daughter, Blackfire, who does have the power. She does have the fire. The witch or whatever she is, she takes the fire from Blackfire and gives it to Starfire. So
because Starfire is the first in. It's as if Harry was born with fire,
right,
but Prince William didn't, and he's the
Right.
next in line to rule the kingdom. So
Right.
we got to give her some fire.
and so they treat Blackfire kind of like the evil stepchild, so she grows up like
Even though they fucked her up.
stepchild. Right. So Starfire is always the favorite and everything like that. But Blackfire is always treated as the evil stepchild. So basically, Starfire was not born with this sort of power that she had. So I didn't get what was Starfire's new power?
Well, it's hinted. Well, that's the thing. Here's the thing, because we don't know.
Or something like that.
But it may not necessarily be her power, because they hinted at the fact that she's having Dick's kid. So
They did.
the baby probably has the power, which is influencing the mother to have the power. So Starfire may still not have any powers that's truly hers.
So she's pregnant now?
She was born without powers.
She's pregnant by
Yeah.
Dick?
So
they
when
had
Dick
a
dies,
whole flashbacks. They had a whole scene. Go ahead.
Okay. So Dick dies. He is killed by Red Hood, and then some
About
mobsters
a random guy in the street.
Wait, hold on.
Yes.
So, but Red Hood shot him, didn't he?
Nuh-uh, the guy
No,
shot.
it was a random dude.
Yeah, it was a
He
random
like,
guy
I did
that
it for
shot
you,
him.
Shot in the
Red.
back.
I
Okay,
did it
shot
for
in the
you.
back. And then the rest of the mob comes in and finishes the job, and Dick dies. Now, Beast Boy and Rachel have just
You mean
discovered.
useless? His name is Useless.
Okay,
We won't call him
okay.
Beast Boy. His name is Useless.
Okay,
There's nothing beast about that boy.
So useless.
He's been useless for 3 seasons.
He's been useless for 3 seasons.
He has been useless.
So useless comes in. He and Rachel, who listen, this bitch been AWOL for 9 episodes. 9 fucking episodes. Where the fuck you been? Hanging out on Themyscira, just chilling? I can't.
Yeah.
So
she's
they
doing
found
superpowers.
the Lazarus pit, and just randomly, because they sent some energy, she sent some dark energy. Oh, look at this. It's a nice little pool. Oh, this is a Lazarus pit. I wonder what we're gonna do with this. Cut to, I'm having feelings. Dick is dead. They go find Dick. He's dead in the middle of the street. Cut to, we're gonna take him back to this Lazarus pit that we just happened to find.
Well, Beast Boy turns into a bat the first time.
Beast Boy turns into a bat. He makes friends with some bats in the cave where the Lazarus pit is. Calls his bat friends. His bat friends teach him how to transform into a bat, and they bat carry.
Yeah.
Bat carry.
She's
Yeah,
not lying.
Now
They-
turn
they-
into a
she-
gorilla.
Carry.
He didn't
Nah,
turn into a
he
rhino.
turned into a bat.
No.
They all
She's not
Bat.
exaggerating
circle.
All his
anything.
bat friends.
This happened. Yes.
Bat
Yeah.
carry.
He's gonna be the next Batman.
his body
They setting up that
to
he's gonna be the next
the Lazarus
Batman.
pit.
Because Batman
Now,
is useless
wait.
in this series. He's gonna be a useless
Wait.
Batman.
It gets better. So now we have Dick in the Lazarus pit, and he has to mentally fight his way back to life in the Lazarus pit. So he has to mind battle a version of the Scarecrow. Then he has to mind battle a version of like his past, his father.
Was he turning into like the Joker? Like, was he turning into the Joker?
You're
when he-
you're asking rational questions
You're
for
asking
the
because
rational
he was
series.
dressed like the Joker. Because he was
Yeah.
dressed like
Yeah,
the
he
Joker.
was dressed like the Joker. I was like, so is like, are
It
we?
didn't have anything to do with that scene.
Right,
It had nothing
what
to do
Joker
with
had
that
nothing to do with
We haven't
scene.
even seen the Joker. We haven't even seen the Joker
Right.
anywhere in this series, in any season. So
Makes
now
no
he has to
sense.
deal with his like 10-year-old self, remembering a relationship he had with his damn daddy. Then all of a sudden, this little random black child shows up. Daddy, and he's looking around like, what? And next thing you know, Dick is back to life.
So we have to assume that he and
We're
Starfire.
assuming.
We're assuming.
Yes. Well, they did. They
It's
smashed. They smashed in season 2.
Yeah, they smashed
I
in
thought they
season
smashed-
1. They
Oh.
smashed
Yeah,
in season 1.
And
You're right.
two.
It was
They
version
did a
1.
little bit.
They might have
did a
did something
little
too,
bit.
but I know in season 1, definitely.
Yeah.
But she ain't been
Hey.
pregnant for
Alien, though.
19 months.
Yeah.
I'm
I
tired
don't
of
know.
these
Still wearing a
series.
size
I'm
0,
tired of
But hey.
unless
seeing
in
these
Tamarin
aliens
they
getting
come
humans
out that it's
pregnant.
like you about to have an Athena where her skull opens up and a fully formed baby just pops out. I don't see that happening.
So
But
But hey, I gotta give it up for my man Superboy. Superboy hooked up with the hot black chick from another planet.
Shot
man.
his shot.
So
and
I gotta
everything.
give it up for my man
Hot
Superboy.
black chick from another planet.
A Blackfire. He hooked up
Blackfire,
with
Starfire
Blackfire.
sister.
He put the WAP on him, and he wasn't the same since, baby.
Was not.
And
Was
he
not.
was
Yo,
like-
my man is destroying private property over
Yeah,
the Happy
man.
Dugout.
He blew up a
That's what I'm saying.
spaceship,
Like,
and she was talking about
warped.
leaving. Yeah, she put
He was
that
like-
good on him.
Wait,
He
hold
said, "You
on.
can't
Wait,
leave
we gotta
me."
catch up. Hold on. Y'all just like
He said,
throwing
"I wish you would
gems
quit
out there.
me."
Wait. So let's to recap. Starfire starts having her visions. She having her star visions. Okay. And she blacks out. And Beast Boy, useless is like, okay,
Useless.
let me put you in this like chamber to help you remember. And meanwhile, she blacks out. And in her blackout, she kidnaps Useless, puts him in the trunk of the car, and then takes herself to this secluded area, which turns out to be a black site where Blackfire is being kept by the government. So when they bring Black, she, okay, so she frees Blackfire, takes her back, meet Star, and Superboy is like, yo, what's up? Who this?
Hey.
You know what I'm
Who
saying?
that?
Like, hey girl, how you doing?
But she calls
I ain't
him
never had
what
sex
boy
before.
or something.
Can I get
like,
some?
Yeah.
He
she
flat
calls
out
him
was
like
I've
her
never done this
wash
before.
boy or something like that. She was like on
Yeah.
Tamarind, like he would be running my bath right now.
No, she was like, I'm trying to get a bath. Why was he about to do it? He was like,
Yo, that's what I fell in. That's what I really fell in love with her when she finally shows up to Wayne Manor and she's talking to everybody
schooling
like they're the
everybody.
help. But she carries it in a way where you're like, yeah, you're
carries it.
supposed to say that. You're supposed to say that because
She carries herself like a
she's a queen,
Yeah,
right?
she
And she talks to everybody as such. And it was in those moments I was like, this is what's going
showed
to
up for
save
her.
the
Hand
series
out
for
to the
me.
series. I thought she was
showed
hand
up for
out to
her.
the series.
Yeah, she was dope.
See that. I haven't gotten that far. I'm on episode 5,
Yeah.
but it's nice to hear that she put it down on Superboy.
Put it on Superboy.
And she
yeah.
got legitimate beef too. It's not whiny beef. She has one of the few out of the relationships that we see in this season. It's one of the few where I'm like, no, I feel that, and that is she knows that she's greater than she really is, but due to her shady parents and the situation that she's been involved in, her glory has been stolen from her. Her birthright has been stolen from her, even though she feels it. So
And
she's gone astray. She's gone astray. And then the one thing that she does trust is her sister, and her sister is not supporting her. So it's like,
to be fair, Starfire didn't know. She herself was a child. She wasn't in on the theft of the girl's powers. And
but she was still in on the pit when they both were down in the pit, and somebody had to get saved. And what happened is Blackfire ends up, she turned into the whipping boy.
Yeah.
Anytime Starfire did
Because
something
they
great,
said
she
she
got
was
on
cursed.
praise.
Right.
They said
Right.
the child
Anytime
born with
something
no
bad
powers
happened-
is cursed.
Right.
So she turned into the whipping boy, but she still deep down, she still loves her sister deep down, but it's just all this shit that's been shoveled on top of her. And then she gets into a point where her sister can free her yet again when she's trapped in the Black Ops site. And Starfire was pretty much like, as on time for her, as far as Blackfire is concerned, she's going to turn her back and walk away in her time of need. But Starfire makes a choice that changes everything. And then she was like, just ride with
Beast
me.
Boy changes her mind. It was like, we can't just, like, are we just gonna leave her here? And she was like, no, we're not. We can't just leave her here.
And then that relationship was the only really legitimate relationship. Well, anything that dealt with
Well, Dick
Blackfire was
and-
legitimate.
Blackfire, everything with Blackfire was the only true storytelling. But I did like Dick and Barbara Gordon. I did. I thought that they had good closure. I kind of enjoy it, other than their little terrible flashbacks. I liked all their present day stuff. I just like
I like the quiet. I like the
Really?
quiet moment in the apartment. The quiet moment in the apartment when it could have gone either way. He could have left or he could have stayed. I thought that was just from the actor and the actress standpoint. I thought that was a pretty strong scene.
I thought Barbara was a good for this series too. So I've liked some of the characters and some of the plot lines that we've had. What do we think about Scarecrow? What do you guys think about Scarecrow?
Well,
I thought he was a weak villain. I just thought he was
terrible.
so weak.
And you know what? This ruined it for me. When I found out, I don't know if you guys know about all the controversy that went on with this particular actor. and he went full method on a damn TV series and was like harassing all the cast and like sexually harassing, just like harassing in general, to the point that like they fired him. They had to fight. Like he's not allowed to do any press. He wasn't allowed to do anything to promote the series. They didn't want him anywhere near anybody.
Let me say
he had a handler. He had a handler.
He had a handler.
Let
He
me
had to
say-
have a handler
they had to give him a handler.
in order to finish the season. They had to have somebody that came and went with him everywhere.
Rumor
A
is-
sensitivity training.
Rumor is this actor still has issues with being this person. So they marked him as being method. But this may just who this motherfucker may be.
He used to be on a
He's
series.
crazy.
He used to be on a
Yeah.
series Batman before. That was the
Yeah.
first thing I ever
Yeah, they
seen.
said
That's
this is
where-
he really is.
that's where he
that
was.
He was
him.
like
He was
Peter
on
on
Mad
Mad Men.
Men. He
Yeah.
was on Mad Men.
Yeah, he was Peter. He was the heel in the first season. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
I
is
knew
true.
I recognized
It's-
him and I didn't know why.
Yeah.
He was terrible.
I don't. My
He was terrible.
problem was I don't understand how he commanded authority. That was
I
the
didn't
thing.
get
Same
any
thing.
of
'Cause
it.
I'm like, why is anybody listening to him? I never understood. Even a high version of Jason Todd, like the type of training it takes to work under Batman,
Right.
And I'm like, you're gonna get him like coked out, like you're gonna really have him get the crackhead in this? That's the story we're gonna run? I didn't even understand how the police were even following him. Like he gets a bunch of just rogue police officers that just are like, I just want to be bad guys, and I'm
I
like,
didn't understand how they just didn't run up in Wayne Manor and kick his ass out. Like, how did he take over Wayne Manor?
Up in Wayne Manor, like they
Yeah,
passing
I
out
didn't
free
get that.
tickets.
I was like, the Titans can't take him out. You got Superboy.
That's the
Yeah.
move.
Right.
I'm like,
I didn't get
it's the
that.
most secret place in the world. Like,
Yeah.
I'm talking about like DEFCON level 5 type secrecy. And you got, everybody, dog. Tim Drake just chilling, all of the Titans just chilling, Barbara Gordon kicking her feet up, Scarecrow in there making drinks. I'm like,
Barbara
they're tearing
Gordon
up Bruce
could
Wayne
be in
shots.
there.
I get Barbara
But
Gordon.
like,
Because she was bad. She was bad
Jason
girl.
Todd, like,
They had police officers in
Yeah,
there.
right. No, right.
I'm
Absolutely.
like,
Absolutely. Yeah.
how you got Blackfire in there? I'm like, you just found out yesterday that she got out of jail and she's in the Batcave. The disrespect to the Batcave blew my mind.
Yeah.
I was like, it's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad enough Bruce Wayne was whack because he was great in season 1. Bruce Wayne was
great
awesome in season 1.
Yeah, he was.
And then they're just like, fuck Bruce.
It's like he had a mid-bat crisis. I
And
don't
that is not
understand.
Batman. Right. That is not Batman. That is not what breaks
he
Batman.
was a dope Bruce Wayne. I said he was a dope Bruce
He was-
Wayne.
He was a dope Bruce
Listen,
Wayne in
I don't
season
even
1.
understand. Like,
They
but like,
emasculated him.
kind of like what Syntell
Yes,
was
that
saying.
too.
Like, it didn't really make sense that number one, Batman would ever encourage the Gotham PD to work with Scarecrow to analyze patients or captives, and never would Batman ever do that.
Never, ever.
And so to say that Bruce encouraged them to be working with a known sociopath / psychopath who has used mind-altering drugs to take over or attempt to take over Gotham City, it just doesn't make sense that he would become a profiler for the GCPD.
Not at all.
Like, I just don't understand that. But okay, now that's happened. What? How did he get over all y'all, and all y'all just bending over backwards to work with this crazy fool? Like, I don't understand. Jason Todd, and you haven't even explained to me that the fear toxin is addictive. Like, I don't understand. It doesn't seem to have addictive properties, yet everybody needs it. Like,
no, just Jason, because nobody else seemed to show any type of addiction. It was just Jason. Jason's the only one that's addicted. Everybody else just got it.
I didn't understand what the toxin was. Like, is it supposed to enhance all your fears? Because Jason was saying it was taking his away. Was it addictive? Right. Was it a different version of it? 1 minute it was in the air. 1 minute they were trying to get it through the water. It was just so much going on with it.
See, and they could have done something a little bit with it, because Jason was changed when he fell off the building in season 2. because he really stared death into the eyes, and he realized he's not who he portrayed himself to be. So I can understand why they could maybe hint on it, but they leaned on that for the whole season of him not being enough and him dealing with this particular type of fear. But before I get that, hold on, I just want one quick thing. You know when I realized that they got Bruce Wayne wrong is in episode two, outside of the fact that he ran off like a little old bitch. It was in episode 2 when they disclosed that the bomb that was attached in Hawk's heart was a lethal device.
That's created by Wayne Tech.
That was created by Wayne Tech. I was just about to get there. Batman would never create a lethal device.
Never create anything like that. To attach onto the heart
like
that.
Yeah.
I mean, that was like, that was so
I was
weird.
like, Bruce made this? I'm like, nah.
I don't see that.
Bruce
Number one,
that.
if he did make it, it would never be a Wayne Tech. It would have been in the Batcave. No one would have known about that. Not even Jason. He wouldn't have told
apparently anybody can break into the Batcave and break into the Batcave.
They don't have to break in the Batcave.
Anybody.
The Batcave is the place where they have all the raves. Everybody just shows up at the Batcave whenever they
Hey, that's the way they made a lot of people's invitations here.
The Hank moment. Since you brought up the Hank moment,
that was a really good episode.
It was a really good episode.
It was a really good episode.
I didn't think they were going to do it. I thought that they were good because Hank is my least favorite character, and he was just being extra Hank. So I can't say I was sad to see him go, but I did think the way it went down was dope as fuck. That was the best episode. Moment. That was the one moment that Jason got fucking.
I don't know. Nah,
that was the one moment Jason got props because the way having Dawn be the one to pull the trigger that actually took out Hank.
That was dope. That was dope.
Gangster.
That was
gangster.
That was because she turned around, was like, "What just happened?" I was like,
"Hey."
I was like, "Don't do it, girl. You about to do it. You about to do it. You about to be the trigger. You about to be the trigger." Oh,
yeah. It was the whole. What's in the box? What's in the box?
Like, yeah, exactly. That was exactly it.
It was that
like,
moment.
Is Connor gonna make it? And then Connor gets there legitimately. Connor gets there, and it's just nothing but red mist.
Yep.
And it was.
Hey,
fantastic.
It's still room for Hank to come back. The Lazarus pit is still out there. It's still room for him to come back.
Why would you put that plot?
You can't put chunks in it. Exactly. You can't put chunks in the Lazarus pit. There's
you know what else was dope? It was so many subtle things about that episode. You know what else I really liked? I liked how Crypto stayed with him. And Crypto knew because Crypto is crazy smart, right? So Crypto knows.
Liked Crypto.
Crypto stayed while the bomb went off to make sure he was there. He had somebody with him the entire time. And I was like, oh my God, that is amazing.
Now see, that's a dog right there.
Yeah. That pink mist though. You know what else? Okay, there's one other thing that I realized that I did like, and it's in season 3 as well. I mean, not season, it's in episode 3 as well. I thought that they were going to lean on Superboy as to be just the heavy, just the brute, just the tank to go in and just beat everything up and then kind of, okay, I'm done now. And they changed him in a way that I wasn't expecting because he's the nerd. He's the geeked out, the Lex Luthor part of his side of him to make him analyze things, and he's building gadgets and he's breaking, like he's using his super intelligence combined with the super speed in order to become a whole different kind of asset to the team. I thought that was awesome. I was like, that's how you take somebody that's potentially overpowered.
And when you have him, you definitely don't need Hank, who has no powers and nothing but a mouth.
Well, yeah, Hank has personality though. Superboy has no personality, and
He's just not a good actor. But I knew Hank was gonna die in the kitchen when he was talking to Dick, and I forget what he said. I was like, "Oh, you did." You ain't gonna make it.
When he said, "Don't worry, I'll talk to you when I get back," or whatever it is. I'm like,
yeah, I was like, "Oh, you did."
I still didn't think they were going.
That was goodbye. That was goodbye.
I didn't think they were going to kill Hank though. I was shocked. I thought he was going to get
hurt. I thought they were going to kill him. I was like, he's dead. That's what I said. I didn't think
they were going to kill him.
When they killed him, I was like, good riddance.
I thought he deserved what he got.
I was a little bummed that Dawn left. That she didn't try and stay, not for vengeance or redemption, but just like to finish it. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. That's kind of hard to carry. You killed your boyfriend.
But she had broken up with Hank.
It don't matter. It don't matter. It was
She loved him.
Yeah,
she loved
I mean, she
him,
literally
but-
pulled the trigger.
And it's kind of hard when you kill him.
Literally
Like
pulled the
you gotta
trigger.
take a mental break. You gotta be like, yeah.
I get her grief. I get that more so than Bruce Wayne just turned into.
Yeah,
little
Bruce
bitch.
Wayne shit was ridiculous. But yeah, I get
That's
she needs a mental
unforgivable.
break.
Bruce Wayne.
Unforgivable.
killed
Bruce
somebody.
Wayne is nobody's bitch. Nobody. And especially not gonna be somebody's bitch in the open and run. You ain't gonna be a bitch and run. This man had
At
his
least
back
Gotham
broke by
unprotected.
Batman,
Are we supposed to
dog,
believe
and was
Bruce Wayne
and
has
was up in
never
the
killed
Batman
anybody?
just still
We
figuring it out.
supposed to believe Batman has never killed anybody?
Well, you know,
Well, the
they try to
lore-
make
I
Batman
mean-
doesn't.
he made
kill.
a
Yeah.
heart device that you can strap to the heart and kill somebody.
But see,
Yeah,
but all of this was so unbelievable. I was like, this is a massive plot hole because this is so counter to Batman's culture. I was like, this is some ruse. It's not. There's like he's running away because he's got some other plot point. He's gonna come back, and the Joker's not really dead.
And
He
he
didn't
never
really kill him
came
because that's
back.
not. But no, it's just no. He really was that bitch. He
And
really
it was interesting when Donna came
and then
back,
he killed him.
Yeah, Donna
Oh,
came back.
don't
she
even get me
found him.
started on that episode.
And then like
Don't
Bruce
even
still
get me
just disappears. Like he
started.
doesn't show back up to the end. You're like, what was the point of showing them together then? Like,
I have
What was the
no
point of Donna
idea.
going to Sweden to fucking find him right after she woke up? She
right?
didn't even have a moment with Rachel. Can we talk about the fact that
Donna's back.
Yeah, Donna.
Yeah,
That's
Donna's
the Lazarus
back.
Pit, yeah.
Donna, so cut to episode 8. Now we finally seen Rachel. People have talking about Rachel for 7 episodes. Here comes Rachel in Themyscira, which apparently is the coldest place in the world because of COVID, they couldn't shoot in their normal like warm temperature jungle looking place. They had to shoot in Vancouver, which was cold as hell. And so they out there in winter coat. And that's why. That's why, because I was like, what kind of Themyscira is this? Y'all should have just left them, put them inside so they could wear their regular like Themyscira outfits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this ain't right. But anyways,
Themyscira
so
has winters now because of COVID.
stop. So then then we go on this whole journey where Rachel has to learn how to build some damn whatever. And I thought for sure that Donna was gonna be that woman's daughter, which she
I
wasn't.
thought that too, but she wasn't.
She wasn't. I'm
She
like,
brought up
who
a
is
random
Lydia?
story
Like,
that
why
didn't
is
connect to
Lydia
nothing.
so damn invested in like she's talking about, oh, it's happening to my daughter. Okay, that's not your daughter. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
We just
it didn't make
not
sense.
gonna talk about that. Okay, great. It didn't make sense. So Donna, meanwhile, is on her magical, mystical, special bus ride journey. She on the train of death. Which, before that, useless number 2, Tim Drake, who now we have discovered is the son of the convenience store owner, who apparently is a former police officer.
I thought his
randomly.
father got killed.
No, that was his dad.
No, I don't think that was his dad. I think
He
his
was
father got
biracial.
killed. I thought that was another, because he said my father
I-
got killed as a police officer. He went out
Did
every
he?
day and put it on the line.
Oh, I missed that. Okay.
Did he say that?
I could have swore I listened to that because
I
he said
don't
my
think
father
his
was a police officer and he went out. I thought that was his mother. His mother remarried again.
But the black guy was a police officer.
Was he a police officer?
Yes,
Oh,
he
yeah,
came
yeah,
back in the
'cause-
end
'cause
and
he had
said
the
he was a police
stash.
officer.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
that
had
was
the
his
stash of
dad.
guns.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm pretty sure that was
They
his
both have
dad.
been police officers. His mom may have a thing with
Now, if he was a police
Listen,
officer,
that little boy looks like he's supposed to
Gotta
be
hit the weight room,
biracial.
man.
But
So two gotta hit the weight room.
listen, so Tim apparently knows everything about everything when it comes to Batman. Oh, I know you're Nightwing. What? Bitch, I don't even know
Yeah.
you. Oh, but I know you, and I know you, and I know you, and I know
Yeah.
all your life stories. Bitch, are you a stalker? Like, what are you doing? Who are you?
like, how
I
do you
can
have
find the
time
red
to do
hood
all of
when
this?
nobody else can. I found the red hood. Cut to Scarecrow shoots him in the face. Or in the chest, in the heart.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
then he
he
wakes
shot
up
him in
on
the
the
chest.
train, on the mystical magical train ride with
Mhm.
Donna. And then they go on the journey and meet Hank in the afterworld and find their way back to the bridge, which is going to lead them back to the earth.
With the worst bridge guards I've ever seen in my life. Like none of them attack. They just sit there
All
and
this
rock side to
sounds
side.
horrible.
I was like, "Ain't nobody gonna attack?" They're like, "We're surrounded." I'm like, "They're not doing shit. They're just sitting there staring at you."
I'm following, and I'm like,
and they
what
can be
is going
defeated,
on here?
and they can be defeated with a stiff punch. I'm like, "What?"
But they can be defeated with like broken bottles and just nunchucks. Like it was.
And,
they were just coming over.
Hank can magically, mystically,
me.
he can. Yo, Hank turned into an Eternal and turned into Athena and learned how to just conjure weapons.
Well, they said if you
Whatever
think
weapon
about
he
something long enough, you can conjure it. So they explained that the bullshit.
Did they, Randy? Did they explain that to you?
They said if you think, because he was like, because he says I'm not thinking about Drake, and he threw the nunchuckles, and Donna got the sword, and so they explained it. I mean, it was bullshit, but whatever.
It was terrible.
It
and
was
then
awful.
It was bullshit, but whatever.
But the best part about that was
oh my
Donna's
god, that
coat.
was.
But the whole
Donna's
death,
coat was dope.
I
as
almost quit. I almost quit everything, and I was going to just have an
death
excuse.
thing-
But I couldn't finish it.
yeah, the whole
off of
death
that
thing was
episode
bullshit.
by itself.
It's like,
Yeah,
why
I
are we
was
going
like-
to the afterlife? Like, it stopped being stakes in the game because everybody was just coming back. Matter of fact, they took the Lazarus pit and sent it into
Everybody,
No,
no,
First of all, it started with
literally,
Red Hood. Red Hood
literally.
came back first.
everybody.
Donna
yeah,
came
they
back.
sent it into the air.
Tim
No.
Drake came back.
All the
Then
dead people from the
Robert
bombs came
Nightwing
back too.
back.
All the dead people from the bombs came
right.
back.
Then
Hank come back?
all the dead people came back.
Yeah, because they
So,
sent it into
Scarecrow
the air
He
and
wanted
the
to hang out
rain.
with his brother.
Yeah.
Scarecrow released a
Was going to hang
toxin
with his
that
brother?
legitimately
No,
killed
literally.
everybody in Gotham City. Folks
Yeah.
is laid open, with eyes
Wow.
open,
Yeah.
babies dead.
They killed
Like,
babies. Like,
everybody.
I was like,
They
damn, they
killed
killed the
babies.
baby.
And then they brought him back
Baby
to
gonna
life.
Get it
Then
too.
they
And
brought him back to life through the
everybody back to
Lazarus
life.
pit.
I
It was
forgot
just
about.
like,
I forgot
They
they
brought
brought
everybody
everybody
back.
back.
Yeah.
In
Yeah, they
the
brought everybody
worst
because they took the
way
Rachel.
possible.
and-
So
yeah.
Rachel uses her demon powers
Mhm.
To
and
conjure and make a basically they
sucks
turn
up the
Starfire into
spirit
Storm.
of the
Lazarus
of the
pit.
Lazarus pit,
Yeah.
and then
This sounds like
Blackfire
some really bad
overheats
writing.
the remnants of the Lazarus pit while
And then-
Starfire overheats it, and then it turns it into like a Lazarus pit
And
steam
it's like their storm.
that turns into
y'all
a
know what
cloud.
That was? That
Bruh,
was the
it's like-
Snapchat, dog. That was the
It's
Lazarus
so bad.
Snapchat.
Bro,
So Scarecrow's bought
So
the
they have-
Snapchat. They brought everybody back, just like they did in Marvel in Endgame.
yeah, but this is way worse. Like,
No,
this
so
is
there's,
worse.
there's literally a purple sky floating in
Right.
a purple
And
cloud
then it
floating in
starts
the
raining
sky.
and lightning.
No, then randomly starts lightning, and then the queen, the princess of Themyscira, pops up and has a rope with
Or her
unlimited length,
lasso. Her lasso.
her lasso that she just throws 20,000 feet into the air to create like a lightning rod that nobody asked for. And then it starts raining purple rain. There was a Prince reference of purple rain.
That's literally the name of the episode. The name of the episode is Purple Rain.
They
That is
had
literally
to-
the name
they
of the
had to
episode.
make this episode in honor
It-
of Prince, you
bruh,
guys. He made
it
the bat
rains-
dance. He made
Yo.
that dance.
If they would
Chuck,
have played
it
Bat Dance, it would
rained,
have made
it
it
rained
worthwhile.
Lazarus pit juice on the entire city.
Yeah.
That's-
And they,
that's-
Everybody in the
that's
city
Prince
got
It
juice.
jizzed on the city.
That's Prince
It-
juice.
yeah.
That's Prince pissing on the city after he made bat dance.
But yo, never mind the
That's
fact
it.
that they've already put in our mind that if you go into the Lazarus pit, that you have to earn your way back, right? You have to go through a trial in order to earn your way back in the Lazarus pit. But they were like, that plot point don't mean shit. We'll just turn it into a
They
big
diluted
fluffy
it.
cloud.
They diluted it, Syntell. They diluted it,
It's
so
not a pit
therefore
if it's a
nobody
cloud,
has
Syntell.
to.
It's not
Nobody has to
at
earn
that
anything.
point.
if it just
Yeah, they
rains,
brought
if the water
everybody
hits
back.
you,
Just
you
let
come
the
back
baby
to life.
come back.
to
They
life.
just let the baby
And
come
then
back.
there's Lazarus puddles.
Yo.
And then you drink Lazarus puddles and you become Jesus.
Oh,
Bruh, let me tell you something. The Teen Titans literally said, "Go cleanse yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka."
Like,
like it was a roll blow Prince moment. I was like,
And that's the
who
name
wrote
of the
this?
episode, Purple
Who
Rain.
wrote this? I'm like,
Yeah.
this is HBO Max. Like if this was
It
the
sounds like the
CW, I'd be
creat-
like,
it sounded like the
this
creators
was
of
CW,
Game
I'd be
of
like,
Thrones
alright.
wrote that episode. That's what
bro,
it
this is
sounded
HBO
like.
Max. How do you have this CW plot line on
How did they
HBO
get
Max?
a
fam?
season 4? How did they get a
I-
season 4 after this?
Maybe there's somebody out there that likes this shit. I don't know. I mean,
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I was appalled.
Purple Rain
I
was like, okay.
Yeah, like they really doing
Yeah.
Purple Rain out here.
So in other words, anytime you die in Gotham, at this point, you had a chance to come back to life.
So
Yeah, anybody.
Did they have Morris Day and Jerome come out?
They might as well. Morris Day might as well have been the Joker. He might as well.
No, Morris Day.
Oh, but wait. So Rachel still held on to the Lazarus Pit regurgitation.
Oh,
Because
yeah, that's right. I
Then
forgot about
after
that.
they
Yeah.
caught the Scarecrow, they're like, Scarecrow's like, I'm just gonna get out again. He's like, and Dick's like, no, you're not. And in saunters Rachel with her sexified, like, because now she's a grown-up. Now she didn't own her demon shit. And she walks in and she opens her mouth and releases the Lazarus Pit goo onto the Scarecrow, which heals him from the inside out. And just, I don't even, he just,
I put him into like, I got a perpetual state of like dream nightmares type of state. So
yeah, it's gonna put him into like the real Scarecrow that we all know.
Y'all just made this whole entire show up.
Nah, bro.
No, this actually happened.
This is not the same show that gave us season 1 and season 2.
And then to end it, okay, so Connor is mad that Blackfire wants to go home, reclaim her. Now she done got her fire back. So Connor's like, "Wait, you gonna leave me? Like, I didn't this is the first sex I didn't had. Yeah. You can't be leaving me."
He's all the way whooped.
I mean, he put it on him. I mean, he got Donna's lasso and wrapped himself up in it, and he was like, "You can't be leaving." And then like he blows up her ship. Yeah. Instead of helping her make the gas, like he was.
I knocked the windows out your car. He turned it.
Yeah, he put it on the film. He blew up the ship. They turned Superman into a straight stalker. He blew up the ship.
He blew up the ship.
He blew up the ship.
It is a straight stalker.
So then,
that happens sometimes.
And then Blackfire's like, "It's okay, I understand."
Say what?
I didn't really want to go. Who the fuck? You've been swaggering across every episode, and now all of a sudden,
I'm gonna have your baby.
You not mad? You didn't want to run down and kill.
And then he just changes his mind.
Why do you care about these people?
Right, and then he just changes his mind and helps her get the ship back,
and then rebuilds the ship for her.
Yeah.
Cut to the Teen Titans or the Titans
building the ship. What? Huh?
Because he remembered it.
Psychically remembered. He has a photograph. He has a didactic memory, and he memorized the plans of the ship. So now he can recreate it so she can fly home after all. And so then all the Titans were like, okay, so Blackfire's going home. And you know what we gonna do?
Montage of him building the ship?
Apparently,
Donna got an offer from Argus. She's probably gonna go and work for Argus.
We didn't even talk about Artemis. That reveal.
And then, yeah. Hold on. Then they decided to get in an RV and drive across country.
Who did?
Well, they go back.
They took a road trip at the end. But look, can we talk about one of the worst ways?
No, they were going to go on the Babb plane. They were going to go on the Babb plane.
Go in the Babb plane, but they wanted to take their time and spend some quality time together.
Well, Dick wanted to, because Dick pulls up in the RV. Yeah, he pulls up in the RV, and he's like, "We're gonna take a road trip."
I'm gonna make you
yo.
What?
And Starfire was like, "Are you serious? Or are we taking the? Who wants to take the Babb?" They didn't want to do it, but Dick wants to take the road trip. So
Dick is whipped too, and got Starfire pregnant. And
well, we don't. We just assume that. We just
assumed. Yo, can we talk about Can we talk about how whack it was the way they caught Scarecrow? Like they just burst into Wayne Manor. Fought a couple of guys. He was sitting there in the chair, and then Tim Drake came and like smacked him, and they were like, "You're caught."
What? So why couldn't they have done it?
Murdered the pizza guy after Scarecrow murdered the pizza man and gutted him. He gutted a pizza man randomly, randomly.
Somebody called a pizza man to the Wayne Manor.
Right, and he took the pizza man into the back cave. The back cave has been soiled.
Sullied, soiled, shattered
for the parties.
The back cave has been assaulted.
Like when they came into the back cave, my thing was like, why couldn't they have just done that at the beginning? They didn't do anything different towards the end to apprehend to apprehend Scarecrow than they did at the beginning. They could have just did that from the beginning when he took over Wayne Manor. Like, what was the difference? What was the difference?
But that goes into my whole thing. I'm like, how did he gain power? How did he maintain power? I don't understand none of that. Like Red Hood just walks in and out all the time. I'm like, you're fucking Red Hood. Just put a batarang in the back of his neck. Why are we still having this conversation? I don't understand any, but you know what?
Because it's CW, baby.
There is one super gangster moment though. Really gangster, and I didn't appreciate it till just this moment. There's a moment where they have to try and get some information from one of the gang lords in Gotham.
I was just about to talk about that. The mother.
And she said, listen, I'm not going to disclose any of this information unless you can get my son back. And she's having like this, like a motherly kind of moment. Starfire's in a space of understanding and stuff. So her and Blackfire, they take off and to go and get this gangster's son.
Who is now a mechanic. He's just like a nice guy.
So they show up and he's like, I told you I'm not getting back. She's like, I'm not really here for that. I just want to let you know that I'm not going to make you go. I just want you to know that your mother misses you, hits him with the dear old mama, come back and see her.
You. I'll have your back. Like, don't worry about it.
Yo, they bring old boy back and he's like looking at his mom and you could tell he's kind of like going through something like that. And she sees him and you could see like that mother's love, like she's missed her son or whatever it is. Yo, this bitch pull a pistol out and shoots him in the fucking head.
I saw it coming.
In the head. Bow. She was like, he was snitching to the feds. I said, oh, damn.
Was it like that?
It was.
I saw it coming. I saw it coming. I was like,
I did too. But still,
him.
when it happened, I was shocked.
God. I was like, it's her son. Like, if it was like her husband or an uncle or a nephew, I would have told you.
He was a liability. He said he was a liability. Killed his ass. And then Starfire burnt her ass alive.
Or nothing.
Yeah,
just
Starfire lost it.
Starfire burnt her ass alive. Shook her hand. Burnt her alive. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a gangster moment. I was like, ooh, that was cold.
Those are the moments. There are so many like just random wonderful moments that I can't give it full cringeworthy because it had so many powerful moments that had me go, oh, okay. But I can't give it a good, I can't recommend anybody watch this. It's just since it happened to me, I can't.
With that being said, let's re-rate this thing over again. Let's re-rate it over. So Syntell, man, we're gonna start with you. You went last. We're gonna start with you. You holding firm at your cringeworthy, or you changing?
Here's the thing. Like I was like, man, okay, I'm gonna get in here and y'all are gonna put me on the right path so that I can give it a better score. Now that we've had this conversation, I don't know if I'm even gonna watch season 4. I'm turned off. Like the disrespect to Batman and the Batcave is unacceptable. It's absolutely unacceptable. You're just gonna dead Joker and not really show it. You're gonna dead Alfred. Nobody even really is gonna pay attention. Tim Drake need to hit the weight room and he's whack. The point is one of the few things it's one of the few things that holds firm. The disrespect to Bruce Wayne, fam. Like this dude's about to burn himself up in some weird Scotland castle in the middle of nowhere because he can't get over getting out hustled by the Joker. Get the fuck out of here with that. Right? This is Bruce Wayne we talking about here. Bruce Wayne,
so
bro.
You're going from cringeworthy to some old bullshit?
Some old bullshit, fam. Bullshit. I can't believe they did that, dog. Like, how dare you do that, dog? The disrespect.
It's worse now, Randy.
No,
man.
man.
Cringeworthy to some old bullshit.
Yeah, man, it is.
The lowest rating we got, man.
It's still some old bullshit.
It's some old bullshit, man. Do that to Bruce Wayne. How dare you? Dare you call yourself a DC property and you disrespect Bruce Wayne like that? Talk about Tim. No, we always talk about. You had that little conversation with Jason. I have my fear too, and I'm not strong enough to go through the fear with you. Motherfucker, you're Bruce Wayne, man. You're Bruce Wayne. Act like it.
What are you giving it, Randy? What are you giving it? What are you giving it, Randy? He's even more mad. Look at this.
Syntell's passion is actually it's influenced me. It was a lot of disrespect to the Batman, to the Batcave, to Batman, And the Tim Drake shit was just ridiculous. Like, you kill a person we never gave a fuck about to begin with. So when he's riding through hell, I'm like, why are we going through this journey with him? I don't even know this dude. He's a peeping Tom who's following superheroes. Like, don't
He's
you
a
know
creep.
Fool or some shit? Like,
He's a creep. Yeah, let's call it what it is. He's a creep.
right. Don't you get some
Y'all are
pussy or
making
something?
me
Like, ain't
laugh.
you
I'm
like
laughing so hard right
like,
now.
ain't you having sex with somebody? Don't you masturbate or something? Like, you just following superheroes around town. It's just like, oh man. And then they kill him. And I'm like, why did you kill somebody I just did not give a fuck about?
Did not care. His fake ass back cave of garage parts. Fuck out of here with that.
Right.
He's tracking down one of the hardest to track people in the entire city with garage parts.
Right. You figured out what take no criminal in the world figure out that Bruce Wayne was Batman. You really figured it out.
And you know his secret password.
Right.
You know the one that got away. Like
Selena, right.
I'm still mad. Like, how you just gonna name him Robin? Bruce has never met him. He's never.
He doesn't even know he
him.
exists.
How you just gonna name him Robin?
Because his name is Dick, and his mama said I can name him anything I want to. Bruce Wayne said I run this now because he killed Joker and felt some type of way.
No, Bruce Wayne didn't pick him. That's what I'm saying, Chuck.
Bruce
Dick
Wayne
just decided.
Bruce Wayne has never met him.
Bruce
Dick
Wayne has never even laid eyes on this kid.
I know it.
Never.
But Dick is now running the show.
No, Bruce is back in town.
Yeah, Bruce is back.
Comes back after everything is
Yeah,
over.
Bruce is back.
Yeah, he's
Everything
like
is
a
done. Bruce comes
this
back
broken
like,
man
hey,
returned.
son,
Yeah, Bruce is back.
he didn't do
I'm
one
about to
thing.
watch this show.
He had a conversation with Jason
one
Todd and everything.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Bruce is back, baby. The Bat is back. He's
Like Jason came back to the house after saying, "I can't go in there. I can't go in here ever again." Yeah, he comes back. Like,
who named him that?
he said he wants to be Robin. That's what
he said he wants to be Robin.
Tim decided. He said, "I'm gonna be
okay.
Robin."
Tim decided I'm Robin.
Yeah. And Nightwing was like, "Come on, now you're gonna be Robin."
And you know
I guess.
what else?
What?
Wait, here's
What?
my thing, and this is where I
But
fault
Bruce
like
Wayne
the
is
creators.
there.
The creators spend so much time like talking about the things that they're going to do, and then they don't do it. Like, you make this whole big deal about you're going to announce the fact that Tim Drake is going to be bisexual, and then you don't even bring why
Was he?
why No.
I missed all of that.
but they put that out in the news. They put
He
because
bisexual. He just ain't been with no man yet. Or no
he hasn't been with anyone yet. They didn't
Maybe
even
he's
acknowledge that he
asexual.
has a
Because he
Maybe
relationship.
spends all his
he's
time
asexual.
spying on superheroes, that they're the best trained superheroes in the world, and they don't
Because he wants to
discover
sleep
him.
with him.
They can't discover him following him. Batman can decipher anybody following him in the whole wide world. But this little Tim Drake, he's able to elude Batman's skills, and he's able to secretly follow Batman and know his secret
code
identity,
too.
know Catwoman's secret identity, and know Nightwing's secret identity. Jason
Come to
Todd's
find
secret
out,
identity.
Tim Drake has bugged the Bat Cave.
Yeah, man.
Somehow.
What?
It's ridiculous.
He
What?
somehow-
I'm just making up stuff.
And we
man.
just making up
Nah.
stuff now.
He just-
But like,
He
I
snuck
don't.
in the
There's
Batcave. He's
no
like, "I'm put these
reason he
bugs
could
in
know
here."
that. There's no he's Sherlock
I
Holmes
don't know
now.
how he knows who
Like,
Selena Kyle is.
Batman is supposed to be the best
Maybe he's the
detective.
son of
Exactly,
Selena
in the
Kyle.
So
world.
Tim Drake is a better detective than Batman.
Right.
So
with
maybe
no
he's the
training?
son of Selena
Okay.
Kyle.
You may have convinced
Well,
me.
they made Tim
the
Drake the
cringeworthy.
son of Selena Kyle.
No,
And
we meet his
Batman.
mom.
We met his mom
Yo,
and
this
dad.
this
Wow.
dude made
No, they
he made a
could've
mini
adopted
bat
mom
cave
and
in the
dad.
bottom of his mom and dad's store where they were supposed to be storing the rice, and
Right.
nobody knew
Like,
about it.
they didn't know that
Nobody
electricity
knew-
bill was going up.
no,
all that shit,
no,
all them
nobody
computers
knew
running. They
about
didn't
it.
notice the electricity bill was higher than normal.
Is this where we were storing the rice? I'm like, this is your store. You didn't know this room was here. I'm done.
Them utility
I really
bills
am
were just the
I'm not
same.
saying
All
no
them-
more.
What are you
Yeah,
giving it,
I'm done.
Randy? What are you giving it?
I'm done.
I'm gonna give it a snack. I'm gonna give it a snack. I'm gonna give it a
Seven
snack.
What you giving it, Courtney? Courtney, you already said you might have been talking to a cringeworthy.
I think I have
Or
been.
some more bullshit.
I think here, see, Syntell started this episode saying that I hope somebody talks me into raising my score, and the reality is that I think he talked me into dropping mine down because I was trying to be nice with the snack because there were certain moments that I did find epic. You know, there were certain things that I thought that they did do certain moments, but I guess I can't really rate a show on moments, you know. So it was pretty cringy because I sat there. I hate watched it. I kind of like Syntell. I hate watched it. I just watched it hoping that it was going to end well, and then it didn't. It ended in an RV.
Damn.
Like nomads. Like I understand that you want to go back to like friggin' San Francisco, but you have a Learjet,
Right.
a legitimate
Literally.
Learjet.
But the next season may be a road trip. National Lampoon's Batman.
The next
Adventure.
season, Starfire's obviously pregnant. She gonna have Star Baby.
The space baby. Yeah.
But y'all gonna see Starfire gonna be pregnant and Blackfire gonna be pregnant. They're gonna have mixed kids. They're gonna have Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
They're both gonna have Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'd be really interested in a Blackfire Superboy baby because that shit would be.
They're two alien species. They shouldn't be able to make babies.
He can't even go to Tamarin, so that's why he was mad. He can't even go there. It's allergic. Kryptonians are allergic to Tamarin.
Is that in the comics? Do y'all
don't know?
Okay.
They just made that up. You're
They
allergic
just
to the whole
made
planet.
that shit up.
I was just curious.
Okay. So snack and two cringe
It was pretty
Got it.
cringy.
It's a 1.3, so it's a cringeworthy.
Damn. Y'all gonna make me watch that shit. I hate y'all.
You gotta
Make a
watch
drinking game out of
because
it.
this shit
Make a
is
drinking
so
game out of it.
entertaining. It's just like, and now that you know what's coming for you, I mean, I was angry because I was so invested. Like, I love these characters. Like, Donna Troy is my favorite character in this series, and legitimately, her trip to hell, the best part about it was her damn coat. I mean, she looked flawless in hell or purgatory or wherever she was. The bitch was bad, but like, I
It was
can't.
ridiculous.
I can't.
I just couldn't. That whole scene, and then when Hank popped up, I was like, "Oh my god!" And he's just.
And then his brother, when his brother came back, I was like, "Who is this dude? Is that the dude that played his brother?" I feel like
It's
that
the
was
original
actor.
Dove. It
I
was
feel
the
like it was a
original
new. I
Dove.
feel like it was a new Dove. Was that actually him?
Oh man.
I hope it was so he can get some more work. I hope because somebody need to eat off this bullshit.
It was
Oh,
bad.
man.
It was.
Yeah, and, and we didn't even talk about what's her name, Barbara Gordon's alleged sidekick actually working for
The black lady, who was
Yeah.
who was the Biola wannabe.
Yeah, and then she was like, "Yeah, we had a secret lab right behind this wall the entire time."
See, that
We
made no
didn't even
fucking
know.
sense at all. I was like, "Oh
I
my
mean,
god!"
listen, it's right up there with the parents not knowing they had a secret bat. They had a baby bat cave in the garage with the rice.
Oh, it's like, they really got a lab right there, right?
And you
right
gotta figure
behind
this is Gotham PD. This is the police force. So they set up a secret. They set up a secret back room at the Gotham police force.
And the captain and the commissioner didn't know.
Ever. Right.
And the
And the
commissioner didn't know
commissioner didn't know.
Yeah, well, it was
Worst
high tech
fucking
in the mug,
cops
too.
ever. Worst fucking cops ever. But then they were easily manipulated by Scarecrow and not. What was Scarecrow's enticement to get them? Like, he wasn't wealthy.
That's what I was
Money.
saying. I
He
was like,
wasn't
why?
powerful. Like, what
How are people
was his,
following him?
what was his
Why?
pitch? Like, what was
It
his
was
pitch?
just
Like,
money.
you to follow me.
It
Because
was
a
just
week ago
money.
he was in
And
Arkham.
nobody
A week
got
ago he was
paid.
in Arkham.
Nobody got
Okay, well,
paid.
what
That's
money?
the thing. That everybody is supposed to this fictitious money that he doesn't have. He don't have any money.
Right.
You have
He
the
was
you
in
have
Arkham
Wayne
for
Manor,
years.
but you don't have Wayne's money.
No.
Yeah. And what was him killing his mama for? I didn't. I don't know. I mean,
Yes,
I'm
but
asking questions that don't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
All right. So
Yeah.
we gonna
It don't even
wrap
matter.
this thing on up. Courtney, you got any last words for us?
Yeah, don't watch that. It was shit-tastic.
We need to have some more bullshit as available.
No,
Bullshit.
it was shit-tastic.
Or do we just want to make cringeworthy a 0?
No, cringeworthy should be
No.
a 1, and some more bullshit is worse than a 1.
Okay.
Like everything deserves at least 1 point. Everything, unless it's some old bullshit. look at Syntell.
Syntell, man, I know you devastated, bro. You got
So
anything for us
disrespectful.
before we head out? Got any departing words for us before we head out?
Yeah, you know what? I don't want to shit on the entire property. Season 1 was good. Season 1 was good. If you want to just see a good
Season 2
decent
was even.
show.
It was
Yeah,
decent.
season 1. But this is the Godfather 3 of the series, like in all forms. It's that. You know, 2 magical
I'm-
first seasons, and then this third one, you could just forget about
I'm
it.
still gonna watch season 4 because I'm looking for this Star Baby. I want to see how they're gonna bring Star Baby in.
We'll see.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm more disappointed in HBO Max because HBO Max is known for having a polished product. You know, that's their claim to fame. Even when they mess up bad, it's still, you know, not that. You know, you dropped the ball. It was worse on your platform. That
I'm
you should be
actually going to the
embarrassed by that.
Metacritic score to just take a good look at the Metacritic score because y'all got me excited about watching it.
If I'm HBO Max, I would be ashamed that a good product became worse on my platform. So I'm gonna end it with that.
Chuck, you got any parting words for us, man?
No, I'm glad you all watched it for me.
Did you like our reenactments?
Yeah.
Syntell and I like our reenactments that we had for you.
Yeah.
Me, Syntell, and Randy are like retelling of the stories.
Yeah, this is the headline for the reviews. Titans season 3 review: a fascinating and frustrating adaptation. Titans season 3 review: too much Batman for a show with no Batman.
What? That doesn't even make sense because there was no Batman.
Titans season 3. Season 3 finale is an ignominious end to best Red Hood story ever.
Huh.
Who wrote that?
Whack. I thought it was whack. Because they flipped
It
the
is
whole
the
Red Hood
weakest
story.
of all.
Who wrote
Yes.
that? Dimbulb.com?
TimeWarner.com is who wrote that.
Titans season 3 episode
Dimbulb.com.
13.
It is legitimately the worst Red Hood story.
Purple
It is
Rain may
rubber.
be a game-changing finale.
Okay.
That's when Bam
There
snap,
are 19 and 20-year-olds watching this. They watched Stargirl and then went to watch it. It was like, oh, that was definitely amazing because Stargirl is terrible.
Comicbook.com said Titan season 3 review: an emotional roller coaster ride, well worth taking.
All right. So that concludes our show for today.
So a
Benji,
show they
thank you guys
watched.
for tuning
Maybe they
in.
got some behind the scenes credits that we didn't get.
We want to give a shout out to Digital Click. If you like all of our fancy artwork, they help us to look good. If you are interested in them for promotional or marketing material, please reach out to them, digitalclick.com. Please follow us here on Twitch. And if you are doing so, please consider subscribing to our channel. If you have Amazon Prime, you can link your account and subscribe to us. This will not cost you anything, but it will mean the world to us. Next week, we are going to be doing, what are we doing? Bebop? Was it Cowboy Bebop, the animated version?
The animated version.
That comes out the 17th, right?
We're doing Cowboy Bebop, the animated version, and then we're going to do the live action version.
Yes.
So
As long as Netflix drops all the episodes.
yeah, as long as Netflix don't start with this 3-episode shit that we talked about in Crosstalk, that's no bueno. All right, so guys, thank you again for tuning in, and we'll see you back here next week with Cowboy Bebop. Same back time, same back channel. Peace.